Hi everybody. I'm sorry I didn't do a video last week. I was in Dayton, Ohio for my grandson's graduation from the University of Dayton. And so we drove down and we spent a few days on the road and it was fun. Um, that being said, when the summer comes, I'm hoping I can continue my videos on a weekly basis, but I'm not sure because I have family coming from Tennessee, and there's just so much going on in the summer, but I'm going to try to do as many as I can when I can. So I've had a request, and I may have done a video about recipe templates in the past, but I'm not sure. So I've had a request, and I'm going to do one on recipe templates now. So I found most of the pages that I've done with recipe templates are in albums that I gave as gifts. But I did find in this particular album, now I have to find the pages. I'll be very honest with you. This is my second take on this video because I didn't have all my tools that I needed. So I'm trying to find those pages. Let's see. Coyote. Yeah, this might be, yeah. So this was the inspiration, I think, in my opinion, for coming up with recipe templates. You see how beautiful this looks? And I chose all natural colored pages, all new paper, all neutral. Well, a consultant in the old days of Creative Memories came up with this idea and posted it, and I had to make the page. Well, many hours later, I had it done. But, it was a lot of measuring and cutting and figuring out where they would go and trimming and all that. Well, a few years after that, Creative Memories came out with a template called the Sunburst recipe template, and I made this page using that. And I traced and cut everything, and it took me less than an hour. And that's as opposed to maybe a full afternoon of doing the other page that looks very similar. These shapes don't go all the way to the edge. The recipe template leaves a border. This particular template is no longer available, but I do have some here in my home that I can sell. I have some brand new ones that I still have. So that's the Starburst recipe template. Well, through the years, Creative Memories has come out with many recipe templates. Some of them are still available, some of them are not. This is an 8x8 called Line It Up. It can be used on an 8x8 page, or it can be used on a 12x12 page in a different way. So, and you can see when you see the template, the circles could be on the side, the circles could be on the top, the circles could be on the bottom. You can do so many different things just by turning the template. The Apple template came out, I don't know if it was last fall or a year ago in the fall. It's still available. It's an apple, but it could be a pumpkin depending on the colors that you choose. Could be anything. And again, you can trace every little shape, or you can just trace one shape. So you have your options. It's like a sketch. A sketch is a jumping off point. So I keep my recipe templates in this binder. I love it. They fit perfectly in the 12x12 sections, and I can always find them. This ribbon template is still available. And if you have someone that has battled cancer and want to do a tribute page, that's a great one to use. And this is this is Slices of Life. There's Framework, another one that you can turn all different ways. The Photomat one, still available. Now, why would you need this? Well, it's just placing the Photomat template on your background paper and figuring out how you want to place your pictures is a great way. And you can cut the mat, you can cut your mats, I would measure and cut using the 12-inch trimmer, and place them right in and get them perfectly placed on your page, not having to worry about them being crooked or... Okay, so here's a frame it up. And this collage wreath, it's no longer available, but it was really pretty. And it looks like the Sunburst on this side. And to do this one, I think I've done this one, and I used my jumbo circle pattern for the custom cutting system. So, and this one, center stage, I've done this one, and I counted how many circles I needed, and I cut them with the custom cutting system. So, and a lot of these things, this one is still available, Snapshot. And then we had Sunshine and Wildflower. And this Croptoberfest, they come out with journal templates every once in a while. And I don't think there are any available right now. But I may do a video showing you just how to use these with your pens. You can do some beautiful things that look like watercolor on your page. So they've had several of those. Today, here's the Sunburst, okay? And so you can see that you can you can place the picture anywhere on the page. So you can see how the different ways right on there, the different ideas. This one here that they did, they just used this part and this, and then put all that on the background paper. This one just used a couple of the array. So it's all in what you want to do. Now this mosaic one, you can cut all of these and make it look really pretty and work with colors and stuff, or you can just do a little bit of it. Now when you're looking at your templates, look at the shapes on them. The one that I want to use today is this one. Now, first I want to give you some tips and tricks. First of all, when you're ordering a recipe template, you have the option of ordering a bundle. And in that bundle, you get a photo labeling pencil, something like this. This is an older one. I had some older ones. And you get 4 clips. And the clips come in handy for holding your template on your pages. Another tip I want to give you is sometimes you might need more than one set so that your template is held securely. So when you choose your template, now that's the first time you order it. You need the right tools, and the right tools certainly come in handy. So when you get it home, get a pencil. Now this is the sheet. Whoops, not that. This is the circle lattice template, and this is the sheet that comes inside that cellophane wrap. Trace the whole template on there. Now this comes in handy when you're cutting your paper or your photos. You place them right inside these little shapes. Now, I'm one that likes to use repositionable tape runner to hold things in place. It gets a little messy and sticky, but that doesn't bother me so much because when I'm using the template, I know that the paper I just cut is going to stay on there. The other thing I want to tell you let's see. I have a cheat sheet here. Trace the template. You can mark them. You can number them. I kind of wouldn't number them. But what I would do is take like the circles, okay? I'm not going to trace and cut the circles. I'm going to figure out what circle I can use for it. And I think it's probably the inside of this one with the red blade. We'll cut the inside of that. Let me just put it on the pencil. Yeah. So what I would do is take a pencil, that's not the pencil, and write large circle inside red, so that the next time I use this, I'll know which pattern without having to, you know, without having to go around. So if now I want to look at this and think in my head, now what do I want to cut out of circles? Out of that circle. I'm not one that's going to want every single one of these. So I might do 4. Okay, so a circle doesn't really make any difference as far as direction. And this one is really cut and dry. And also, this particular one is the same on all 4 sides. So the creativity would come with how you place your paper and your colors. Oh, but if you're just cutting, like if you're not cutting the circle, if you want to just cut this shape and you want the other side, all you have to do is flip your template over and cut it there. But again, you can cut your paper on this side and flip it over and put it on that side, because these are mirror images. But on other templates, it's more handy to flip your template over and cut. So rather than turn your paper, you can turn your paper as well, but it might get a little messy. Okay, for certain shapes, trace the shape. Okay, so I use a pencil to trace the shape onto the paper. But if you're tracing onto your photo, that's where you need this baby, the photo labeling pencil. And like I said, it's not two-sided anymore. I think it's just black. And years ago, it used to be blue. So that's the other tip I need to tell you. So if you're tracing on a photo, you're going to use this. Let's see. So you're going to hold the template in place while you trace. So let's see, I'll put this on here. And it moves, it will move. So that's where these clips come in handy. And I like to put them in the corners where they're not going to get in my way of tracing. And then use another set because I really want it to be firm on there. So for $2, pick up another set of these, and you've got one on every side and one in each corner. So that'll hold it really still. Of course, this wasn't the, let's see. All right, I'll use this as my background. I was going to use this as my background. So then you're ready to trace. But I don't know what I want to trace. I think I want to use circles. Well, maybe I'll trace. So you're going to trace with your pencil. I'll do the corners. I'll do all these. And so this will take me a long time to do a whole page with this. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you how, and then I'll complete the page later today because I'm getting a haircut in a little while. So I'll just trace around this edge. Now these are directional, but like I said, since this is a mirror image of this, if I want the other side, I'll just flip them. Now that worked out really great. Did I do the top? I'm not sure if I did the top. Also, a lighter color paper. Your pencil's going to show up better on a lighter color paper. So to do this, I will take my 12-inch trimmer and I'll cut along the outside edges like that. And then I'll finish the cut with a scissors. The circles, if I want the circles, I'll use the inside and I'll cut my 4 circles for the inside of these. And I'll show you that later when I have more time to finish the page, because it will take a lot of time. And I'll hop back on. I'll do a second video and I'll show you the completed page before I stick everything down. So why do I do this? When I cut this out, well, let's see. I did have it, yeah. I'll cut one out with a, I'll show you exactly. I didn't trace that. Sometimes you miss and it's easy to go back. Okay, so now take these scissors are fantastic. I mean, they cut small places. Oh, I gotta take the whole thing off. Because the rest, I think in my design, in my head, I want to do. So I'll show you just exactly. If I can see what's here. Yeah. Can you imagine if you had to cut every single shape by hand? Not a good thing. But some of them is not bad. It's kind of therapeutic. But you don't want to cut every single little shape. There's a lot of little shapes there. So, well, I can't see them. I believe it's like that, and like that, and like that. So then I take these, and when I go to this, I'd have more space usually. And I'll put some repo, and that came from the left. I'm putting this on the right. I'm flipping it over. I cut too much off of there, but it's not going to bother me. And I rounded that, because that's what I thought it was. All right, so that's not exactly what it is, but that's how you do it. And you build your page on here, and then you take this. Where's my background? Oh, it's the yellow. Put this aside, and you clip it on your background paper. And you could do all 4 sides. And again, you're going to put your repo. I don't like how I cut these. I'm going to do a nice page for you to show you. And you just place them. And then you continue to build your page like that. And then you can go back and that's really a terrible cutting job. So then you can go back and secure them better. So that's another tip. Sometimes if my clips aren't handy, I'll take the template and put repositionable tape on it and hold it in place with that. And it works. It's just kind of messy and sticky. So that works. And then if you have paper that's directional, you want to decide when you, like if I wanted to cut the yellow, what direction do I want it going in? Do I want it this way? Or do I want it this way and cut it that way? So if it's directional, you want to do that. You want to decide if you want to cut on the inside or the outside. I really like if I was going to cut the outside, you know, the shapes, just the shapes here. I like to have that space in between for the background paper or even my white refill pages to show through. It adds some interest. So I kind of like cutting on either side, but you don't have to. And you can use your 12-inch trimmer, your personal trimmer, your custom cutting system, or your circle cutter to help with your cutting. So if I had to cut every single piece, that would take a long time. And that's where this is like so important for placement of your pieces. And then it's easy to transfer it to your page. Let's see. Lay your pieces on your cutting guide. Yeah, that would be that. And use so it's another tip is when you're placing to use the repositionable tape runner like I did here, so that if you make a mistake, it's easier to pick up and move around. And that's it. It's really as simple as that. So I think the biggest tip is having this for placement, this template here, and then using it along with this, and absolutely positively use your clips. In the very least, one in each corner, but if you can get the second set, get a second set, and nothing will move. They'll all stay right in place as you're placing your pieces on, whether they be a photo or... So say I want to put a photo on there. Let's see. Let me cut. See if I have one I can cut in a circle. The inside of this, I can. And let's see. Yeah, with the red blade. Did I say red? Yeah. And you can see how easy this will be to place on the page. So I'm cutting on the inside of this. Don't play on railroad tracks. That's the kind of mother I was. But we had fun. If you don't have the custom cutting system, I think you ought to get it. So now I have a circle. I guess it wasn't the red blade. It's this one with the red blade. But that's okay, because you know what? I'm going to put that right in the center. I'm going to center that right there. So now I'll pick this up. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. I like it. I need my repo. So yeah, I mean, when you're placing, you might need to lift this up, but let's see. Now I'll cut. It's this one with the red blade. I picked the wrong one, but hey, this is going to work out. Because now what I can do is, now my page is coming to me. So another thing you can do, let's see. All right, I'm going to cut, let's cut some paper. Well, why don't I use the one I have right here already cut with the red blade on the outside. See, I should have read my own directions. But haste makes waste, you know. So now, there's that repo. And I'm going underneath because it's only, and I'm figuring out what direction, and that'll fit almost perfectly. It's a little bit bigger, but you know what? It's okay. I can center it. Let's see, I want it straight across though. And that's where repositionable tape runner comes in handy. I just want it centered. See, even like this is the first time I'm using this particular thing. So what I can do is take this and let's see. I'm looking for a good picture to use. Let's try this one. And that's the red on the outside. If I take this, all right. No, that's not going to work. It's not what I wanted to do. But what I can use this with the blue. That's what I'll do. Or the green. Let's see. I don't know if this is going to work. That's what happens when you don't practice the videos. And this is the first time I've used, I found the green. I've used the this particular template. It's the first time I opened it up. So bear with me here. It's not going to really, well, it will kind of. And let's see. That's perfect. That's just perfect. So I'll put Repo on that. And so now I have that picture matted on there. So the page is coming together. This I'm not going to use here. I'm going to figure something else out for the corners. But so far, this is what I have. And the recipe templates make it easy. That's the same size as that. So I hope you'll try them. And that's about all I have for today. I have to get to my hair appointment. But I'll complete a page using that template, and I'll show it to you probably when I do my video next week. And you'll see how nice a job those templates do. And you know, when I have time to think about something and work on something, it'll come out really good. So I think the main thing that the main takeaway from this is tracing onto, making this template, tracing onto here for placement. And then if you're using your custom cutting system or whatever, just write which one you used and do that. Oh, the other thing I want to say is, as I was tracing this, I noticed this part here looks like a leaf. So if you think outside the box, you can get different other different shapes. So that looks like a leaf. That looks like a leaf. All over here. These look like leaves all around here. So you can get a whole bunch of different looks with this. You can make it as complicated or as simple as you want. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press the like. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't commit you to anything. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you're local to Rhode Island, if you don't have an advisor, I'd appreciate it if you went to my website, www.creativememories.com/user/Laura McGuire with capital L, capital M, or support your own advisor and go order a recipe template. There are 13 recipe templates available. The recipe templates themselves are $15, but it's $20 to get the recipe template and the photo labeling pencil and 4 clips. So the first time you purchase, order the bundle, and then after that, you just need to order the template itself. Thanks for watching.